You're listening to the Moody Mommies podcast.
Audio warning. You may or may not hear kids screaming and yelling in the background, or us screaming or yelling at them to keep it together.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is our part 2 to our Disney Adventure episode.
And we have so much more to talk about because,
we're probably going to need like part 3, part 4, maybe even a part 5 to this episode.
This is like for sure to be continued forever and ever. All right. Without further ado, here is part 2. What else is your favorite? We're kind of focusing a lot on Disneyland today, and I'm surprised because I'm typically a California Adventure person.
I know you are. You never go to Disney.
Ugh, it's so rare. So rare. But California Adventure is just super chill.
Yeah, the vibes are totally different at both parks. Like you could just feel it heavily.
Yeah, and
maybe because there's drinks at California Adventure. That's why we could.
there's drinks and more locals. Disneyland has a lot of tourists. I mean, they both have tourists, but Disneyland more so than California Adventure.
Yeah.
Plus, there's way more to do at Disneyland, and the ticket prices are the same cost. So if you had to choose one, choose Disneyland.
Definitely, it's just the classic way to do Disney, especially if you're a first timer. You definitely want to do Disneyland. You can't.
Right.
I mean, if you want to get like the double, like couple day pass and go to California Adventure like your last day, then by all means. But definitely, Disney's the way to go.
So Pixar Pier opened in California Adventure. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I think it's cute, but I feel like oh my goodness, we waited all this time for like not that much to be changed. Like even, did you get on the Incredicoaster or whatever?
I did.
What did you think of that?
It's like the same ride.
It is the exact same ride. They just added little Incredibles here and there, throughout the ride, of course, and the sound effects are different.
But I think it was a good change, I guess. I mean,
I know. I guess they needed something, and I'm glad that they're incorporating like all of these different characters now. You know what I mean? Like Incredibles came out like forever ago, and now they're back, and I love Incredibles, so I'm glad they got something at the park. Because I hate when they like leave characters out and they're just like the forgotten ones, like Lilo and Stitch. Like they have nothing. Like they should have a ride or something, They only have like Lilo has a parking lot and that's it. So I get excited when I see like new characters getting different things at the park. It makes me feel like, oh, they do love them.
They are loved. No, totally.
They are part of the Disney family.
I know. I've never seen Inside Out, so sometimes I get like, why are they showing Inside Out so much?
Oh my gosh, you need to watch that movie. I don't even know why you haven't watched it since the last time I told you to watch it.
I know. I don't know why.
You need to borrow it.
I know. Bring it over. Well, we'll have a slumber party over there and we can watch Inside Out.
Yes.
We can watch all the Disney movies I haven't seen.
You haven't seen?
I haven't seen a lot of movies.
I know.
But what else? Oh, well, Pixar Pier, they just changed the theme of the game. I mean, it was basically just a facelift. Like nothing.
Yeah,
really
a little
new.
revamp. Mm-hmm.
But it's good. So the thing is that when California Adventure opened, obviously it was called California Adventure, so the entire park was just themed off of the state. But it's like, okay, we're going to go to the state and then go to a park that's a miniature version of the state. So it's kind of like a funky idea to begin with. So pretty much everything in that park just got a facelift. Like nothing really changed or is new. It's all strictly facelifts.
I feel like when I went there when I was a kid, though, there wasn't anything there at all. Like they opened that park like too premature, because I remember my mom paid for like the park hopper tickets for us, and we went over there and we were there for like an hour because we were so bored. There was nothing to do. Like they literally only had like the Ferris wheel. They had like a couple of things, and we were just like, let's get out of here. It wasn't even rides we had any interest in.
Yeah.
So to me, like when we became pass holders and I went back and I hadn't been there for like over 10 years or something, it was like a whole new park to me because I didn't see or do or any of those rides weren't there the first time I had ever gone. I don't remember any of that. So I really love California Adventure when I'm there, but I feel like when I am there, I get everything done super quick. I'm just like, all right, let's go to Disneyland now because it's just, there's not much that our kids can do there because they have quite a few more big rides, right? Like they have,
Yeah.
I don't know, like they don't really have too many rides still to this day, right?
No, there's not a lot, but like you're saying, not a lot that our kids could get on, and I think that's what makes it feel like less. So when we first get there, let's say we go down Hollywood Boulevard or whatever that street is, right? One of it's street, and then like down to Hollywood. There's like the Mike and Sully ride, which the kids love, and we can get on that. But before it was Mike and Sully, it was like a limo ride. So it was basically you were in a limo and you're driving through Los Angeles and you're the paparazzi. You're trying to get pictures of celebrities.
Way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And they had like, Drew Carey and Rosie O'Donnell and Whoopi Goldberg, and it was all their characters in it. So
How crazy.
but
I never got on that before, ever.
But
like, I didn't even know that existed.
But Mike and Sully is the same exact ride. It's just a facelift. They just changed out the characters. And, like, a lot of the characters, I think, like Drew Carey's character, they just redid his robot. So now he's part of the, like, child, what is it? I don't know. The guys in the yellow suits.
The yellow suits.
Yeah. So all the celebrities are all just wearing like the yellow suits now, or they were just turned into a monster.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
So, and even like the cars are still like the same limo shape. They just put a new shell on them and they're just like a 3-row taxi now.
Oh, wow.
And then let's see, there's like the swings, right, that are over there in the little like Paradise Cove area. And when that first came out, it just had like a big orange peel wrap around it. So it was like real Anaheim themed.
Oh, how cute.
But then I don't know why they took the orange peel off of that. That was really cute. They had that like jumping jellyfish thing, and the kids are still too little to get on that.
Yeah.
And then there's Goofy's Sky School, and that used to be a Mulholland Drive, like a crazy drive, like you're in rush hour 405. So, but it's the same exact track, the same exact ride. All they did was change it to a Goofy theme.
So they just changed it back to being Disney life in the park instead of it being like, oh, wait, we make this a California place.
Yeah, and they changed, the boardwalk was just like a little Santa Monica looking boardwalk, and now it's just a Pixar boardwalk.
Yeah.
I'm really sad.
Well, they made a good choice, I guess.
I think so, too.
It's booming for business for them now, but I think it's really cool that you've experienced it without it being Disney life in there. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, no, I didn't get on any of that stuff.
You didn't?
No.
How do you know all this? You looked it up?
Of course. This is what I do, okay? I just YouTube Disney stuff all day, and I just listen to everybody's tips and what stuff has, like, changed and what rides suck, what rides are the best.
Oh, my gosh.
I know a lot of, like, weird facts about Disneyland, which is why I don't, wanted people to ask me questions about it, because I know the weirdest stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
I know. And then, of course, we know Tower of Terror was kind of built secondly after the park was already open as, like, the attraction to kind of get people there. And they already changed that to Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. And then Bugs Land is changing to Marvel.
I'm, like, a little sad that they're putting all this superhero stuff over there because I'm not a superhero person.
I know, but I really think that Disneyland has heavily focused on like bringing magic to little girls, that I think is kind of a good change to have something for the boys too.
That's true, I guess.
I mean, not that princesses are strictly for girls, but I mean, it's
Right.
just, come on, let's keep it real. Like, for the most part. And Justine, like superheroes too, so
do my girls. And I'm like, man, what about the princesses?
Yeah, and she gets excited when she sees Spider-Man. And at the moment, Disney spent all this money to get the rights to these characters. Like, yeah, they're gonna build something around them. They're making so much money off of the franchise, and people want to see the characters. And where they're at right now, it's really out of place.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, oh, in this middle little walkway, this is the Avengers area. So,
True.
it's
They're
so
like in the little back alley.
Yeah, it's so strange. Like right in between freaking Disney Junior and Mike and Sully is one little block where you can meet Spider-Man or Captain America or whoever.
Yeah.
So they need the
I think
space.
they should give Disney Junior some more love in the park too.
Yeah.
I know they have the dance party, but I feel like
it ain't enough.
Every little kid is all about the Disney Junior life,
Like, I want to see the PJ Masks, guys.
Yeah, I want to see everything.
Did you guys meet Vampirina?
We have not met Vampirina, but we definitely will before she goes away. We love Vampirina.
I know. Justine is getting to like, okay, she's like hyper aware of everything. Mm-hmm. And with the face characters, when she first started meeting the princesses, she was really excited and kept wanting to go see them. But after a little while, I think she's like really good at recognizing faces. So I think she knew, like, wait a minute, like, that's not Cinderella. This is a different person. Like, she's wearing her dress, but that's not her. Like, she didn't say that, but I could see the look on her face, like, hold up. And the last time when we went to meet Vampirina, she was like, Mommy, why isn't Vampirina talking? And I was like, uh-oh. Like, how do I explain this to you that they're not going to talk? It's so hard.
Yeah.
And then she said it again, like, the next time when we saw Mickey Mouse. How come Mickey Mouse doesn't talk? And I was like, well, he's about to go on an adventure to find his voice. Like... And somebody somebody told me to just tell her the truth, but like I feel bad. Like it's magical for her right now, Yeah.
And you're like taking Santa Claus away from her, like, oh no.
Like she's only 3 years old. Justine, nothing exists. This is all pretend.
It's just pretend.
There's a man in that suit, probably a young lady, because Mickey Mouse has a small stature. Or it could be a young Filipino boy. I can't tell. But it's one of the two.
It's probably the second.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's hard. It's really hard to decide like what you're going to open up with.
Yeah, definitely.
The characters in Disneyland in California Adventure are really just on Buena Vista Street. Or, okay, even like where you meet Anna and Elsa, a lot of people don't know that that's there either.
I feel like, yeah, you're right. I feel like it's pretty empty in there. It's a pretty low-key little spot. Like, the girls love going in there and just watching those little, the music and the videos over and over again. Like, seriously, there's been so many times where we've gone to California Adventure and they just want to stay in there forever. And I'm just like, no. If we're going to do this, we're just going to go home and watch our own cartoons at home. Yeah. Because we came here to like walk around, see things, ride things, Mm-hmm. I'll let them stay in there for quite some time. It's like our break time, but I'm just like, after that, I'm like, no, come on, let's keep going.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great spot to beat the heat. Or if it's cold outside to like come in. Just
to take a breather and just let them, do their thing for a little bit while you sit there, maybe refresh yourself take a minute, answer some calls, whatever. It's a good little spot to keep them busy and, think for a second.
Yeah, so this area is like right before you get to the Frozen Theater, which used to be the Aladdin Theater. So it's just like a building, and then you see a store. It's called Off the Page, but right in there, it's like honestly like they don't put a lot of advertisement on it, but because I think that
No.
they don't want people to know that it's there.
You'll see strollers parked and you'll know, like, okay, there has to be something in there. Let me get in there.
Yes. So inside there, they have a Turtle Talk with Crush, which is a little interactive video that you could do with the kids. They have a Disney animation where you learn how to draw a character. I've never done that. Have you done
It's
that?
cool. Yeah, I've done it once.
And then they have the Anna and Elsa meet and greet. But aside from that, they have a little sorcerer's workshop where they have, I don't know, you could draw and you can make those, like when you spin it and it's like an action shot. I don't know what those are called. It's kind of like a flip book thing, but except you're just putting the roll on a paper and you spin it and it looks like your drawing is moving. And if you keep going into it, you have Belle's Library, which is another really cool spot that nobody, even when you go into that main room, a lot of people don't know that you could keep going and you go down into Belle's Library and you get to find out which character you're most like, and it's really cute in there too. The lighting is kind of terrible, so you can't really take good pictures in there.
No, you can't. We've tried, guys.
But like, so before Anna and Elsa got there, that there was a little space. It was just like a small room, and they had a really cool Toy Story decoration in there, where it was basically one of those moving figures as well, where it was an art installation where you could see like the alien, and it had him in different poses, and then like you press a button and the machine starts spinning, and it would be like Woody and Buzz and everybody, and it just looked like a moving motion picture, but it was just statues. But because it moved so fast, everything looked like they were jumping around, and it was really cool. So while that was there, if you kept going past through Belle's Library, there was Ursula's Grotto, and in there they had karaoke rooms. It was so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
You know, it's so
I
funny
did go
because you think about some of the things that they take out and you're just like, why would they take that out? That was so cool. Like, why would they even mess with it, you know?
Yeah, Ursula's Grotto with the karaoke was really cool. There'd be like little separate rooms and you could sing Lion King songs and just different Disney movies. But when they opened up Anna and Elsa, I guess they needed that space for the meet and greets. So they took out Ursula's room.
Frozen just took over life, I swear.
They took over freaking Aladdin. They took over freaking Ursula.
That Aladdin show was the best.
I know. I knew somebody who used to be the magic carpet in that show.
Oh, no way.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
What else? What other random
You know
facts?
what we didn't mention about Disneyland that I actually never had been there until kind of recently as well? Tom Sawyer's Island.
Ooh, that is
I've
a good spot.
never been there. Like all of my childhood Disneyland trips ever. Like it's so weird. I remember like the little boat, like I always seeing it going back and forth, but it never sparked any interest to me. And one of the times that Joey and I took the kids, we were like, what is that? Like, let's go over there. And it was the last boat loading for the day. Mm-hmm. So we went over there, but we literally had to come back, I think like 20 minutes later because we had to get back because we were going to close the island to do like Fantasmic and whatnot. But that's also a good spot, like, you know, let the kids run around and do something adventurous, and especially if you have a pass and you want to just go and do something a little different, not do rides or anything. You can spend, I think the island is open until like 5 o'clock every day, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it has like little caves and it's like you're looking for pirate's treasure.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. I think it's really cute. Mm-hmm. Once I found it, I was like, oh my gosh, why have I never been here? I didn't even know this existed.
You know what else a lot of people don't know what exists in that little area? The canoes.
I know. I've never been on those either. I've seen them, but they just reopened them recently because they stopped them for a while.
Did they?
Yeah, a long while. I want to say they just opened them like maybe 2 months ago because I noticed when they started like reoperating. I was like, what the hell? So,
Yeah, we've been on them before, but like years ago, before I had Justine, Ernie and I went and we were like, let's get on these canoes. And I had never seen them. So even so, like a lot of people don't know that you could ride those.
yeah. Have you rode the big white boat?
I haven't ridden, whatever.
I'm like, did I say it wrong?
No,
Or?
it might have been me. Who knows? Anyway, no. I haven't been on any boats.
Yeah, I haven't been on that one either.
I want to, though.
I know, me too.
But there's two boats, right? There's the big white one and there's like a black one, maybe?
Oh, the pirate one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been on either. What about the train that's right at the entrance? Like on right when you walk in, there's a train station. Have you been on that one?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say the first time I got on that was my sister came down to go to the park in maybe like June of last year. And she's like, let's hop on this. You never seen the dinosaurs and stuff? And I'm like, what? What are you talking? There's no dinosaurs at Disneyland. I was tripping out when I got on that. I really was. I was like, this is so cool. It's just so different. So classic.
Really different. And you get to go behind some of the rides. So you get to go through like Splash Mountain. And then, that dinosaur scene is like a little scary though.
It is, but it's so random. Like, it's just so weird. Like, what is this doing here? Like, it's I don't know.
So this is like another little known fact about that ride. You guys, stupid information. You didn't even listen to this podcast. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So when you stop in New Orleans, you know how you're like right by that beignet place? That's where the entrance is for the train.
Yeah.
Right when you're in that area, you could hear like a telegraph going off, or like a Morse code, like a do 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 the whole time. So that noise is in Morse code, Walt Disney's opening day speech.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Freaking Disney. You see what I mean? The little things.
The little details. Like,
did you guys know that everything in Tomorrowland is edible? All of the plants. Everything.
That's right, because that's how they wanted the future to be, right? Everything should be edible.
Yep.
But it ain't like that.
No, it's not. Now everything is questionable. You're like, should I eat that? Is it organic?
Totally. But those beignets right now, since it's October, they have pumpkin flavor. And so that's...
Have you tried them?
I did try them.
Are they good? Talk to me.
They taste the same, but they smell really pumpkin-y. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, but honestly, like I gave that little shop a try again, and the beignets in Disneyland inside the park, to me, are not as good as they are from the Jazz Kitchen outside in downtown Disney.
Well, I'm going to let Zoe be the judge of that because she said that beignets are her favorite. Oh. So I'm going to tell her, okay, Zozo, let's go try them on downtown Disney now and see if they're better than Disneyland.
Justine loves them too. And
she's obsessed with beignets, like her and Luna. It's so funny. When we were there on Monday, she's like, Mom, are we going to get beignets or what? And I'm like, no, honey, we're not getting beignets today. Like, we've been eating cake and candy. Like, your sister's birthday. We've had enough.
Yeah, no, seriously.
But they are the best. I don't blame her.
They are good. I love Halloween treats. And if you look on Disney's website, there's like an article that has all the special treats that are during the season. I love looking at stuff like that. And I love watching people go around the park and review them because they're just like having sweets like crazy.
Oh my gosh, sweet attack. Yeah, that's always something to keep in mind, guys. If you're going during the holiday seasons, before you order, you might want to take a look and see if they have a special menu that has whatever holiday items they have during the season. So I did that before where I ordered something and then like I went and got ice cream from the Gibson girl or whatever, the ice cream place. And I ordered my big old ice creams thinking like, oh yeah, this is the best thing on the menu. And then right after I put my card in my purse, I seen the Halloween menu for all the ice creams they had for that. And I was like, come on. I was so upset.
I know. That happens
Take
to
a
me
look,
too.
guys.
I love looking at stuff like that. And there is this this YouTube family that I love to follow. Their YouTube is Provost Park Pass, and they just every week post a new video for something like, did you know this about Disneyland? And they go over every land, and then they go over all the treats or what the best drinks are and where the best bathrooms are. They do everything. I love them.
That's so cool.
They're like really dorky and like high energy, but sometimes I need that to keep me awake because I'm dying sometimes. I'm so tired.
I'm sure.
I know. They know like this is the low-key bathroom and these are the princesses' bathrooms and these are the queen's bathrooms. I'm like, damn, how do they know the names of all these things? And now I know them. So yeah. Like, you know, the restrooms that are right there outside of Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
Those are the king and queen bathrooms. I've never been inside those, but
You've never been inside those
No.
bathrooms?
But they have like cards, right, for the stall doors.
Yes,
Yeah, I've
they're like
never
my
been
favorite bathroom because they're so freaking cute in there. I'm like, oh, it's so cool in here.
I've never been in there, and they also said that the restrooms inside of, which now is being remodeled, so I don't know how it's going to be, but the tiki room, what is it called?
Yeah.
They're turning like the back half of it into a restaurant, so I don't know what's going to change, but they said the restrooms in there are usually never busy and they're like beautifully themed, so I want to check those out too.
Cool.
I know, so much cool stuff. You know what restrooms I hate? Wait, I gotta think about it. But I know there's some that I'm like, God damn it, these are the worst restrooms ever.
The ones right at the entrance are absolutely the worst.
Those are pretty bad. But you know which one is like, okay, back to like my favorite restaurant. There's a restroom right before you get to it. It's so tiny.
The door to get into that.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. And everyone's like, when you open the door, you're like hitting someone with it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
And the entrance is so small that it's like everybody's going in and out, that it's
Yep.
really congested.
If you have a stroller, you're screwed.
Forget
Oh,
that. Leave your stroller back in freaking Fantasy Fair because you can't take it in there.
Nope.
It's so tough. But I mean, there's like enough stalls in there, so you would think, well, there's probably like 5 stalls in there.
Yeah.
And I think that in Provost Park Pass, they forgot about those restrooms because they said that the entrance ones were the smallest restrooms, but I don't think so. I think those restrooms are smaller
I
for
think,
sure.
yeah. Because I could get my double stroller in the main entrance bathroom. But, dude, I don't even think I would even try it with the ones by our restaurant, the Mexican restaurant. No.
Yeah, those ones, ugh, it's a nightmare to go into those bathrooms. But there's like really close by, right in between Frontierland and Adventureland, there's like a big restroom there. Yeah. So that's like, if you want to like be in and out, like there's plenty of stalls. So even if it's busy, somebody will be out.
A pretty low key bathroom, I'd say, is the one by the car one. What is it? Utopia?
Autotopia.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Autopia.
Utopia. Autopia.
Yes. Those are low key. Nobody knows about those.
Nobody. And then the other ones across from It's a Small World. Those are pretty low key too.
Which ones?
Right across, they're right next to that theater.
Oh, yeah. Where they have the magical map.
Yeah.
That's the princess bathroom.
Those are low key. And if you go all the way around the side of those, there's family restroom right there, and no one's ever in there.
It's inside Hungry Bear, or on the bottom floor of the Hungry Bear area over by Splash Mountain. They have some family restrooms right there too. Yeah,
I just used those recently too. Pretty cool. They're a little far though, because there's not much on that side of the park.
Nah, only Winnie the Pooh And the
Yeah, and I
canoes.
was going over there for poo, and then poo broke right when I was trying to walk in, and I was like, "Come on!"
Get it
So,
together, Pooh Bear.
mm-hmm.
I know it's your birthday inside of this ride, but get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all like, you see, we know so much about Disneyland.
We live there, guys.
I told you we were gonna have a lot to talk about.
Oh no.
And I feel like we haven't even like talked about a lot of stuff. Like we didn't even talk about Toontown.
Let's talk about Toontown.
Yeah, what do you like about Toontown?
I'd say the girl's favorite thing there right now is Luna loves going into Minnie's house. That's like her favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And Mickey's. And Zoe loves the roller ride because she's old enough to get on it now, or tall enough to get on it. And Goofy's house. Like, Goofy's house is like her favorite. She just loves like running around in there with all the crazy kids. Like, she just loves it. Like,
Yeah.
Luna loves it too, but
Yeah, it's nice that you could take a moment and it's like a little miniature park inside the park where you
Yeah.
could just be like, just run, kid.
yeah, just do your thing and burn yourself out if you want to.
Yeah, totally. There's a lot of great picture spots inside of Toontown, which is awesome.
There is. Mm-hmm.
What was in there? I mean, Mickey Mouse is pretty much there all day. So if you want a photo with Mickey, you really can't miss him.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have to wait. They have a little movie in there while you're waiting for him. Which they play the new Mickey Mouse cartoons, and TBH, they're pretty scary looking.
Yeah.
I kind of hate them.
I just hate having to wait in that line to meet Mickey. It's always long. Like, it's normally like always 45 minutes. But again, I normally will go in there and then like the sign will say that long, but then I'll ask someone like, oh, is it really that? Oh, no, it's 15 minutes. So I feel like they kind of leave it that way to kind of scare people away at the same time.
Yeah.
So another tip, just stick it out. You'll be in Mickey's arms in no time.
Yeah, I like going in there, and it kind of gets you out of the heat as well.
Yeah.
And it's really cute.
Like another world.
He wears different
It's another world in
costumes.
Toontown.
Yeah, and he wears different costumes in there depending on like what quote unquote movie he's filming. So sometimes he'll be dressed as a wizard, sometimes he'll be like a conductor, and it's just different stuff all the time.
Yeah. Leave it to Mickey.
Minnie Mouse, I haven't really done the meet and greet with her, but we have gone through her house.
Really?
There's that little mailbox room. It's pretty cute where you kind of walk in and you go through the bars like you're in jail.
Yeah.
And you can usually meet Pluto right there. He's there pretty consistently. There is like a little fruit stand, and next to the fruit stand there's a water fountain, and if you like press a button it talks, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love all that little interactive stuff, like the door, all everything, like the glass breaking. I like to let the kids just run around and push all that stuff and pull on it, do whatever it is, and they get a kick out of it. It's really fun. I like taking them there for at least an hour, maybe two.
Oh my
And
god,
just let
2
them
hours.
do their thing. Yeah, no, honestly, like it takes, because I have two kids, so it's like I have to let them both do what they want to do, and sometimes it just ends up taking that long, seriously. So, especially if they want to go to the houses and wait in these crazy long lines. And honestly, all of the times that they're like, no, today I really want to meet Mickey, it's like the day that it's 45 minutes.
Aw.
So I'm just like, oh
Not
my
surprised.
gosh.
Not surprised.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool, touchy stuff.
There is. Very interactive in Toontown.
We haven't been on Roger Rabbit yet, but I'm afraid to take her because I took her on Mr. Toad and she did not like that.
Zoe hated Mr. Toad. It was funny. We were walking by there on Monday, and she goes, Mom, do not take me to that ride because you know I'm scared of it. And I was like, okay, chill out. I remember.
What's really cool about the carousel that's right inside of, what is that called inside the castle. It's called Fantasyland, right?
Yeah.
The new Fantasyland, because the old Fantasyland, they changed it to New Fantasyland sometime in the 80s. Because before then, it was like real carnival looking too, like real Renaissance, where none of the
Oh, really?
yeah, like none of the rides had a front, like how they have the facades now. They were all just like they all just look like tents.
Oh, wow.
I know. And where Dumbo was not where it is now, it was like more to the left. And right there, they had Skull Rock. And they had a big giant pirate ship there. And they sold tuna sandwiches.
Oh, funny.
I know. But that's gone now. And now Dumbo is there. But before, so also the carousel was closer to the entrance of the castle. And the teacups were right behind it. So it was really congested. So they had to like push all of the rides out. And that's why they had to get rid of the boat and Skull Island.
My gosh. Can you imagine the construction on that? Like, that must have been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just, let me move this humongous ride. I just want it 10 feet that way. Like,
I know.
Dude, you're a millionaire to be able to do stuff like that for sure. Billionaire.
I know. They were supposed to just try to move the pirate ship. But I guess the way they had built it, it wasn't built to move. So as soon as they tried to, it fell apart.
Oh.
I know. It was
I feel like if I worked for Disney, I would want there to be like something in the park for every character, every movie. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely feel that it's time for the classics to get revamped in Fantasyland. Like, I just think Snow White, Pinocchio, those rides terrify children. And they're like kind of pointless at this point. You know what I mean? Because you put your kid on it, they're traumatized. They don't want to go. When I first got my Disneyland pass, for some reason, I took Zoe on those rides as like, here's Disneyland. Put her on those rides. And she, for like 2 months, was like, I don't want to go to Disneyland. She did not like Disneyland because I traumatized her, you know? So it took a lot of work for me to like take her and show her other things to get her out of like, this is not a scary place, you know? So I don't know though. I feel like Disney feels like those rides are too classic to revamp. So I don't really think they're going to touch them, but I think they're kind of a waste of space. Like, they just need to make them more fun and exciting and like the uppity part of the movie. I feel like those rides are focused on like the scary parts of the movies. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Like Snow White, they actually did change it a little bit because originally, like the person in the car was supposed to be seeing through Snow White's eyes. So Snow White wasn't even on the ride.
Oh my gosh.
So they had to like redo it and add her into it and change a little bit of the scenes. And the same thing, I think, for Peter Pan as well. Like, you were supposed to be Peter, so he also wasn't on that. So they changed a lot of the
classics.
Yeah, they did change like some stuff on those rides, but they are still dark rides, so they are still a little bit scary, which is strange. But I think the other parks, like the newer parks, the rides are a little different, and I don't think that they're gonna do much to these because a lot of like OG Disney fans, I think, will be up in arms and outraged about it.
True.
We're just gonna have to go to the other parks,
I guess.
We're just gonna have
but
to.
I
spend
feel like
a
I
month in
like those
Florida.
movies, and my kids like those movies. But then when I put them on those rides, they're just like, "Mom, what the heck is this? Like, this is like the scariest thing ever." So it's like, oh man, I know you love Snow White, and I would love to be able to put you on the Snow White ride, but it's scary as hell. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, the good thing is that, you know, after those experiences, that they haven't really made rides like that anymore. They're all really kid friendly.
That's true.
But Peter Pan, I don't think is that scary.
No, Peter Pan's not scary. It's just Snow White, Pinocchio, Mr. Toad, and what is there a third one, or am I tripping?
I think it might just be those.
It's just it. Those, yeah, that's it. But
yeah, and Pinocchio, I don't even think was there for a long time. I think that might have come with New Fantasyland. I think that used to be like a Mickey Mouse clubhouse.
oh wow.
Why do I know this stuff?
All these changes.
I know.
The facts are real, guys.
The facts are real. Fact check me. I'm probably
Fact
wrong.
check with Jessica.
Yeah. So fantasy. Oh, what I was gonna say when I was getting into the carousel is that I want to say like probably every hour or every couple hours, the band gets on the carousel and you can have like live music playing while you're going on the ride.
It's super fun. Miss Luna got really lucky on her birthday.
I saw that.
She got to sit right with Princess Belle and ride the carousel like a little birthday princess girl.
Was it just Belle or were there any other princesses on?
It was just Belle.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. That was really cute. One time when King Triton's carousel was in California Adventure, that's getting turned into Jesse's Critter Carousel, which is going to be the same thing. It's just going to be Toy Story themed. But when it was Little Mermaid themed, when we got on, I don't know if you were with me or not, but all the princesses got on, like in their big ball gowns. Like,
oh, cute.
Every single princess. It was packed. It was so cool, and we were lucky to get on. But yeah, I feel like that's really a weekday thing. They don't really do that on the weekends.
No, I feel like the same. Like we went on Monday and Cruella de Vil was out. We seen the Evil Queen. Like we saw a ton of characters just roaming around, and I was like, dude, this is super cool. Like I like coming during the week.
I think I'm gonna go tomorrow.
Early. Pumping you up for Disney Day?
I think so. Yeah, a lot of the villains are walking around right now. Jack Skellington's out with Sally. You could catch him. He's usually posted, I think, for most of the day during the holiday season. I don't know if it's going to be through Christmas, but probably through Halloween. And you can find him and sometimes with Sally if you're lucky. Like right also in New Orleans, kind of by Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. Like next to I guess it's kind of like a Nightmare Before Christmas shop. They set up like a rope out there, and then you could kind of take pictures with him on the side. And it's cool because he talks, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We love Jack.
Yeah.
I think Jack will be there until after the new year, because last year I was like, come on, we got to go to Disneyland today because it's going to be the last day of Jack. We're never going to see him again. We have to go. Like last year they did Halloween time until November 2nd. So I was like, no, we have to go November 2nd because it's going to be the last time we're ever going to see Jack. So we got there and I got on the ride and I overheard this lady asking, oh, so this is the last day Jack is going to be here? No, Jack is going to be here until through Christmas because it's Nightmare Before Christmas. So he'll be here until January 2nd when Christmas time is over. And I was like, oh, crap. I just made us come to Disneyland for nothing.
It's never for nothing. It is never for nothing. That's funny.
It was hilarious.
Okay, so he'll probably be there through this.
Yeah.
Through the new year. Cool.
Through the holiday.
What else? I mean, we're waiting for Star Wars Land to open. I think that's still like another year or two.
Oh my.
It's going to be a while. But I used to like, I don't even know what that area was called that they closed. But it was like, they had a petting zoo in there.
I had never been to the area.
There was a petting zoo. There was a barbecue restaurant. They had like a big stage show in there too. It was really farm vibes. And they had this one like random cabin house, and during the holiday they would set it up kind of like Santa's workshop. It was pretty chill.
It's cute.
Yeah. You know what I found out too? A long time ago when the park first opened, they had like horse rides there.
Wow.
So you could walk around the park on a horse, and you had like a little guide towing you. And then they had like another train ride where you could still see the tracks too, but it's like broken down and it's kind of getting grown over. But they always leave a little like
memory of
an old ride.
That's cute.
I know, I love that. So we'll see what kind of homages they leave in Star Wars Land. Oh, they're gonna have the like one and only spot they sell alcohol in Star Wars Land.
I heard. I was very excited to hear that because, come on, we've needed alcohol at Disneyland for years. Disneyland, where has it been all this time?
I know. I wonder why they only have it at one park.
I know. They're like, let's just leave it for the locals. The tourists can't handle this life.
They probably can't.
I know. We'll see.
I know. We'll see how it goes. What I love about California Adventure is wine. What is it? Wine festival, but that's a whole nother episode because I could talk about wine festival forever.
Yes, and they do their like tasting things. Like, oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah. Also in California Adventure right now, they have like Plaza de Familia. So it's really Coco centric. I love it. They have
Mariachi vibes all day.
And I love that during the holiday season, they really do a lot of mariachi in California Adventure. They did that last year as well. But this year they have the Miguel little puppeteer, and last year Miguel wasn't in it. The show was pretty much exactly the same, just no Miguel.
Cute.
I know. I love it. But they have like these giant wings now that you could take photos with. There's like a whole coloring area. It's really cute. And you can still leave notes for like loved ones that have passed on and hang them.
It's cute.
I know, it's really thoughtful. And if you have an annual pass, they have little areas that are like pass holder
AP corners,
and you could charge your phone in there, and you could just like take extra lounge, take some photos, like photo ops that other people can't take.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's cute.
Okay. I mean, what else? Is there anything else you could think of for Disney that you want to share?
I mean, guys, we're Disney moms, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be hearing about Disneyland on many future episodes and many Disney stories of Disney days. So
yeah,
we're never done talking about Disney.
I know. I didn't mention these are 2 quick tips that some other moms told me on Instagram was if you're going to be there for a short time, try to leave the stroller behind and then just take your baby carrier because baby strollers are kind of a hassle.
Yeah.
But if your kid is heavy, then you're going to need it, especially if they have slow
And if you're
legs.
going to take a lot of stuff, then you're probably going to need it to help you look around everything anyways. So you might as well take it and just try to ditch it somewhere for most of the day and go to it when you need it.
That's what we do, especially like when we go. Justine loves to see Judy and Nick from Zootopia, like right there outside of Ariel's ride. And we'll like leave our stroller there for a while.
Like the whole day.
I know, might as well. Nobody really passes that area. It's pretty low key too.
Yeah.
And then another tip I got was to, if you're going during the week, try to go early because the bigger kids are still in school and it might not be as crowded.
Yep. Definitely true.
But yeah, I think we did a lot of Disney talk, so thanks for sticking with us and Google us. You'll know where to find us.
Your moodiest mommies, guys.
Stay moody.